Just to make this evidently clear, this is not a face reveal. You're just new. Well, Devonte, why am I just seeing your face now? Probably because you don't follow my Instagram. Gotcha! You better don't run now. No, don't click off now. How can you say you watch DTO and support DTO and you don't follow my Instagram, bro? I can leave you with all types of updates and status reports and all that other stuff like that. Plus I have a second channel. Bet you didn't know that, huh? You probably didn't know because you're just too lazy to go find out. My second channel has been at the bottom of my channel page for the longest time on my second channel. It's my gaming channel / my lifestyle channel. We gonna get active on that pretty soon. I know I haven't uploaded a long form video in a month and some change. I promise you it's for a reason. Don't worry. Like I said, I keep y'all entertained by being on my Instagram and my YouTube shorts. I upload YouTube shorts every single day. And everybody know them hoes turn. You gotta check them out, you feel me? You're gonna love them. Anywho, I just wanted to hop on Facecam on my main channel like I do every blue moon. With that being said, enjoy the video. Mellow Mafia for life.
My brothers and sisters, what do you think when you see these two fingers? Special beam cannon? No, you mother... Get out of here, Gohan. All right, y'all. If you ain't innocent or lived under a rock your whole life, then you probably know what these two fingers do. If you don't, then shoot. I'll tell you a variety of things they do, my nigga. Hand people credit cards, reach in that spot in the car where you drop your phone, flick lima beans, wink wink, air quotations. And one of my favorites, ripping the skin off your neck. Not like actually ripping the skin off your neck, unless you motherfucking Wolverine, but when them two fingers get dragged across your neck at 200 miles per hour, that mug hurt. I got introduced to this punishment during my middle school years, and it lasted all the way up until my 11th grade year of high school, which is also the year I quit football. I ain't gonna lie, throwing balls around was the last thing I wanted to do after all them years of mental torture. Throwing balls around? Pause? The punishment was simple. If you said something stupid, give me my 2. Not only that, but if you ain't submit to the consequences of your said stupidity, then the current consequences would level up to the higher consequence, which was what I like to call the Fleece Johnson. We could do it the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours. Yeah, that dude from the Boondocks, the Booty Warrior, who is an actual real person. To sum it up for the people having a slow moment right now, either you voluntarily bring your butt over there to let your punishers let it rip on your neck, or they gonna come get you now or after workouts. And when no running, your fate was sealed. And this only happened to niggas that they knew wasn't gonna throw no hands. I'm niggas. I remember my first time getting the punishment. It was not good. It happened one day during football training period in middle school. So there I was, minding my business. It was that little bit of time before coach walks in where you couldn't tell if the room was full of rabid, wild middle schoolers or the zoo because of how chaotic it was. And even though I was minding my own business, you couldn't help but pay attention to the loudest people in the room, which happened to be this guy I've talked about in past videos before, where we're gonna call him AZ. And another guy named, we're gonna call him BJ. Now, I'm a loud nigga myself, but my loudness dwarfs in comparison to these two class clowns. See, Riri and Tard were slightly similar. AZ did things for attention and validation from others, probably because a little dickhead didn't get no loving at home. If nobody laughed or praised him for his accomplishments, then he'd try harder by using his size as an intimidation factor. And yes, he would physically harm you if he knew you wasn't gonna do nothing back. Which is crazy because he wouldn't dare think about picking on somebody who was ready to throw hands and words back. BJ, on the other hand, was just an annoying little dude that just wanted a reaction out of as many people as possible. And ain't care how he did it or who he did it to. He was one of them people who'd say the craziest thing to anybody just to see if he could control you. And depending on how you respond, he'd back up or keep going. Little dude had his observation hockey on 24/7. Bruh, they both were on minutes timing 25/8. Literally all the time. So I'm hearing them both in that big old group of dudes cutting up, roasting each other, acting like they were the top dogs of the school, which at the time, I ain't gonna lie, that's where I wanted to be. Trying to be like the quote unquote cool guys. You know, the folks that be the most quote unquote popular in school, but peak in high school and eventually end up being more of a loser in their adulthood than they already were in high school. Bro, don't look at me like that. You know, everybody wanted to be him in high school. Shoot, I don't care. I was an outcast most of my life. So when I got to middle school, school, that was my top priority, to be quote unquote popular because of all the neglect I experienced from outside of my home. And even then, I was still an outcast up until my high school graduation. So with this mindset I had back then, the coonery pulled me in. I'm creeping up, listening to what's being said, ended up acting like my presence and input was wanted. So I made a joke that made absolutely no sense. Had everybody looking at me crazy. In my head, I thought I ate. Had my brain doing the Dougie and the two-step. Really thought I was Bernie Mac. And this was when I realized I should never do stand-up, because I ain't hear a laugh. I heard, "Give me my two." I'm sitting there like, what you mean by that? He tell me, don't ask, come find out. Mind you, everybody in the room watching as if this was normal, like this was a freaking tradition. Not a soul in there thought this was a bad thing. Like that ain't do nothing but get my anxiety up even more than it already was. But mama ain't raised no hoe. So being the hard gangster I was, I did what any stand-up, chest out, 10-toed soldier would do. I looked him in his eyes and said, okay. Folded like a hoe. I walked over there and submitted like a pussy, bruh. Tilted my neck over ready for this nigga's fingers to Zenitsu Godspeed my skin, boy. I felt like I was in prison, bruh. And I ain't ever been there before. You know how embarrassing it would be if school had a judge and a dude was like, "You have been sentenced to the neck." And a big motherfucker walk out with 2 fingers like, bro, what? All I know is me now at 23, almost 24 this year, could never. They would have freaked around and found out.
Gotta keep a pop yeah. Put a red ribbon on me. Fly away on them bus, yeah. Headed up the commies. I need me a bag full of senso to get me back started. You don't even know what I've been through. The strain is hyperbolic. I ain't had a session in a minute, but I'm back. Let me finish. I'ma throw on the shade. We the same with the pivot. I can't throw it away. I'm mellow in it. Rock a house like a game. Matter of fact, I'm about to head to the lookout. I know niggas plotting, so I'm always on the lookout. Keep a Bible, cause your roll might be right. If it's covered in gold, tight draw, it'll take me to the clouds. I gotta keep a Bible, yeah. Put a red ribbon on me. Fly away on them bus, yeah. Headed up the commies. I need me a bag full of senso to get me back started. You don't even know what I've been through. The strain is hyperbolic. Kamehameha waves, when niggas just riding waves. I really do the shit, I be sliding like roller skates. Keep it 100, these niggas mobbing like anime. She want a Super Saiyan, so I tell her don't be afraid. Then I'm out the door, yeah. Grab a 3-5 of the dudes, yeah. Paint the sky gold on them, yeah. Haters can't stop me with wishing. I hope my niggas don't end up switching. Gotta keep a pop, yeah. Put a red ribbon on me.